Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Sorry if there wasn't any film of the week this week, just because I didn't get around to it. And I was actually going to do a review for the original film, but I never actually got around to doing so. And also, when I had the time to, my Disney Plus subscription had actually canceled because I actually ended up canceling it. Um, but uh, but I did seek this out mainly due to the volume of which we've discussed this on the channel. So I figured just to kind of like archive in some way, just to conclude our discussion in this specific saga of a production. I figured to go out and see this purely by morbid curiosity, and just got back from the theater, and now we're going to discuss it. So we're going to discuss briefly here the remake to Snow White, which was directed by Mark Webb. You guys may be familiar with a couple films here and there, namely 500 Days of Summer and the Amazing Spider-Man series that had Andrew Garfield involved. Now, this is Snow White. Rachel Zegler plays the title character, and the story goes as by the this particular adaptation. Snow White is under the reign of a queen played by Gal Gadot, and it's the evil queen from the original, and she's having doubts in regards to her leadership. And excuse me, as my kitty is coming through the screen, but the queen, she's having doubts in regards to Gal Gadot's intentions and how she is treating the village of people. And one day, as per kind of how the original story kind of goes, she seeks shelter in a forest and eventually comes upon the dwarfs as well as some other companions, the bandits who are going against the queen. They're kind of acting as though like Robin Hood. And they eventually join forces in a rebellion to fight the greater powers and to reclaim the kingdom that once was her family's and is within her rights to rule and to rebuild. So now, this specific film, of course, as we've discussed a few times, is shrouded with controversy, many developments, and many things that needed to be renovated happened throughout its course of the production regarding dwarfs and the Rachel Zegler with comments and other things that happened that really plagued the interest of the film, to where another form of interest has been birthed, and it's interest that is not in the film's benefit at all, and that's unfortunately translated in its box office so far. And we'll be talking about the financial side of things in the next video. But in regards to the film, and just speaking purely objectively, because there's some people that I believe will look at this film and use it as a talking point, being either politically or just in a very specific vein, and we're not going to do that. I think that it's unfair to treat a film that way. I think that it's more better to view something objectively. And watching it purely objectively, the phrase that comes to mind, and I said it's my brother, because we're also going to have his view in a minute here when because we're doing a dual perspective here. The way I phrase it to my brother is that it's not terrible, but it's not great either. And there are a few reasons for it. Firstly, addressing the performances themselves, I think that they are very inconsistent. That's the best way I can put it. Talking about Rachel Zegler first, I think she has one aspect to her performance that works, which is her singing. I think she's a very great singer, and it's, I think, very evident so when you watch the film that she's a very great singer. And what's also very evident is comes to the delivery of dialogue and with overall expression, there's a lack of real expression within her overall demeanor and her overall drive as in that specific aspect of her performance. It doesn't feel like she's actually pushing much emotion out, and there's little of that of a variety to her character outside of being some kind of like charming. I forget the phrase that they use when you call it a when you call someone like charming, but ultimately that kind of soul sucking at the same time. I forget what the phrase is, but she's kind of a vacuum in that sort of sphere, to where she's projecting charm, but really she isn't imbued with charm, and her performance, ultimately in vein of expression, just doesn't really translate as well as her singing does. When it comes to Gal Gadot, though, none of her aspects work for me. I don't think her acting was well thought out. I don't think that the general casting of her was well established. Her singing, I feel, is very questionable. I feel like it's auto-tuned. I think that even the director themselves probably recognized her inability to really sing all that well. I feel like there's a lot of masking taking place to really try to make her performance feel more substantial, but it doesn't really follow suit. Instead, it's a very awkward performance and a very out of place type of casting. And that general vibe of that general definition about substance and about packaging is also an issue of the film itself, because when we get to talking about the story itself, the major issues that plague the film ultimately is within its pacing, which is to say that the film just has a very, very fast delivery in how it chooses to supply information to you, in that little things are trickled about where Snow White comes from and how we get to the forest and blah, 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 but the details that help to give this general line of thinking more life is very, very, very shallow, or just completely without. The whole mirror thing just feels like it's just there. Other aspects just feel like they're there. The dwarfs especially just feel like that they're just material, visual material. And a lot of it just kind of amounts to that. It just feels like a lot of visual material on a general level. And there isn't much of a story to supply it, to really supply those said visuals. So I don't, as I said, I don't walk away from it feeling completely angered by it. I don't feel, I don't loathe it. I don't despise it. I don't feel that way, but I certainly can see why someone may in fact feel that way if they're viewing it objectively speaking, because there is a lot of issues that plague with it in terms of performances, in terms of how it visually also has issues. There's some visual pieces there. The dwarfs were kind of a hit and miss as well. I don't find them to be visually as irritating as a lot of other people do, but there is definitely issues there that I definitely agree with. In terms of lighting, in terms of just the general looks of the film, it just, for a film that is over $200 million, it certainly doesn't feel that way. So there are definitely issues with the film on a fundamental level in terms of how it is structured, in terms of its pacing, in terms of its performances. There's issues there that are not integrated within the controversies that plague the film outside. It has nothing to do with Rachel Zegler as a person. It has nothing to do with just the politics, as it were, with the film. Yes, there is a feminist type of quality that the Snow White brings. But I think that what the real issues of the film are to do with how it is structured, of how it is laid out within a foundation, and two performances that are just pretty inconsistent. And that word, I feel like, is pretty defining in my overall feelings of the movie. It's a pretty inconsistent and pretty just insubstantial viewing. There just isn't a lot there. I was pretty tuned out, and I didn't find myself really enjoying my time. I will say that the one thing that actually brought my attention back was actually when my brother gagged on water. That was literally the only thing that had me perk up, because for a lot of its time, I was just pretty level. I wasn't mad by it, but I was definitely not giving it all of my attention. It was something like that actually brought me out of that trance. And then when I resurfaced back into the film, all it was just a wave of questions on how things are playing out, and these and that and these aspects, and why are we getting to this point now. So it definitely can be defined as sloppy. It definitely can be defined as messy, and I'm definitely would be agreeing in those statements. I think that the better the words for it would be that of inconsistency and an insubstantial foundation. There's just not a whole lot of substance, and it is pretty choppy in terms of how it is told. But there are aspects to it that do gleam that of a different kind of story, and thankfully they're there. I can acknowledge that those elements are present, but a lot of it, unfortunately, is problematic. And for a film that is shrouded with all this controversy, you would hope that maybe the film is a little bit more than what it actually is. But unfortunately, it isn't. It's pretty messy, if I'm to be perfectly honest. But I'm not mad by it. But I'm certainly not in love with it either. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on Snow White. I wasn't really a fan of it, but I say that not with disdain. It's just generally I wasn't really crazy about it. But those are my thoughts on Snow White, and I'm very curious what you guys think, because obviously of all this controversy and all these other things people have discussed with the film, very curious about your guys' take. And so I'm going to switch the camera now off to my brother because he was with me, and we're going to get his thoughts on the film. So I'm going to cut here, and we will get to his thoughts right now.
Hey everybody, it's nice to see you guys again. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I heard my brother said that I gagged, and it's true. If that was embarrassing, that was super embarrassing, but funny at the same time. But I was just like, to be honest with the movie was okay. It could have been better. I have not seen the first one, like the old movie, and I'm interested to see how it is, but I don't like the cast. The cast looks bad. I mean, Rachel's alright. I don't hate her. I'm not into that controversial stuff. I've heard about it, but there's nothing a lot to say about it. It's a remake, but there is a couple things maybe I might say, like the CGI. I think the animals are they look AI. They look very AI. I think someone on the team just said, we're not gonna bring animators. We don't need to do all that. We just use like AI software and stuff like that, which I don't know about it. It just looks very bad. All right, maybe the deer looks alright. I thought honestly Bambi was in the movie, so I don't know if that was him or her or not. I don't know, but the songs maybe were okay. Except actually, I know I lied. No, there's only good one song. I think it was like the dwarf song, and the one in the house, and I think that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of good songs. I also the witch girl, Gal Gadot, I think that's her name. She she's not a oh, okay, maybe she's an alright singer, but I don't know if it's true, if it's auto-tune or not, if that's what my brother said, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's just boring. It was kind of boring. I was a little tuned out until I just asked for my brother for my water, and then just gagged. So I hope my performance was good in the theater too. So yeah, sorry if I make it short or not, but that's all I have to say, honestly, because I was just very tuned out too. I I don't know what to say about it. It's not really my type and stuff. Like, I do love Disney movies and stuff like that, but like Disney princess movies, like to me, it's like I don't know what to really say a lot to them. They all kind of are the same a little bit. They have different elements. Like Elsa is like a character about ice, and Moana's the ocean and stuff. But they're all, one thing about them is that the same as that they all sing. They all sing about something, like either about what they love or who they like, or who they want to be or whatever. It's just the same idea. that I think will keep going. But I have no problem with that. It's just like it'd be cool if maybe there was something new. Like you can sing about maybe something different or something. Like I almost see like some Disney movies most of the time sing about something they love or something like that. I I don't know. Maybe they should sing about something different maybe. But yeah, that's all I have to say honestly. Visually it's bad. It's very bad. Yeah, my brother was also right about the lighting. It was terrible. I, d- I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give it a six. No, six. No, no, no. I was being generous. 3 out of 10. So, yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys. I hope you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna definitely see the Minecraft movie. I'm very excited about that. I will definitely say it's gonna, in my opinion, before I really see it, I'm gonna say it's probably a 10. Because why? No matter how bad it is, I love Minecraft. I I love Jack Black. I love the comedy they're probably gonna put into this movie, and probably the visuals they're gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad movie. It's not gonna be a good script, but the cast of the characters and the comedy and stuff, they might just make it funny. Hopefully, so yeah, that's about it. Um, I'll switch it to my brother who's gone. I don't know where he went. Honestly, who knows? So yeah. See you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Alrighty, well, that is our thoughts on Snow White. Sorry if it's getting a little dark. It's just starting to get to nighttime, but hope you guys enjoyed our thoughts on Snow White. Let us know your thoughts on Snow White in the comment section below. Let's keep it just to the film, guys. I know it's easy to get into controversy. I mean, if you guys want to, you're right. You can talk about it if you want to, but let's try to keep it to the film. Obviously, just be objective, because I know it's very easy to spill into that sort of discussion, but keep it about the movie, guys, if you guys can. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and how you guys think it's going to do financially, because so far it's not looking too good. And what will Disney say about that? That's what I'm curious about. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for our video, guys, our review. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, we will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So just